Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Blue Monkey, and recently I've been replaying a little bit of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I don't know if you guys have played that game. I would highly recommend it. The gameplay is kind of one-dimensional, but it's the experience that you play for. I'll get into it in just a second, guys. If you haven't played Hellblade, I recommend you check it out, but it got me thinking, why haven't we heard anything about Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga? I mean, it seems like it's been forever since we've got some actual news. And so I did my thing and I got on the internet and I looked around. Turns out TechRadar has a great article that kind of summarizes everything that we've heard. It's all kept under wraps pretty well, but there's a lot of things that we can infer by the things that they have announced, even if it's not directly related to the game. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about everything we know about Hellblade: Senua's Saga, and that's gonna include things like the absence of an E3 presence, a couple developer diaries that we'll be looking at, and then just some other moves that the company is making outside of Hellblade and what that kind of tells us about those moves. Anyway guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Before we do, I wanted to remind you that leaving me a like on the video helps the channel out a ton, and if you want to see more Hellblade: Senua's Saga updates in the future, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's go.
Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged. This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
So guys, if this is the first time you've heard of this game, I just want to give you a quick little background information about what the first game was about, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Basically, you're a schizophrenic Viking that descends into the Viking hell to recover the lost soul of your deceased boyfriend. The game is really freaking dark, and they actually worked with actual recovering schizophrenic people, because as you're playing the game, you're hearing voices in your head, and the game literally highly recommends you to play this game with headphones, because they use the 3D surround sound technology in a way that makes you feel, I mean, it's crazy. You're hearing voices in your head. Some of the voices are really quiet whispers as if they're talking directly into your ear. And some of them are sounding a little bit farther away, and they talk to you and they talk to each other and they talk about what's happening around you in the game. It's a really immersive and really unique experience. The gameplay itself kind of has a very, very, very stripped down Dark Souls / God of War vibe. And I mean, very stripped down. I mean, the combat is fun. It's not too in-depth. The puzzles are unique. They can get a little bit repetitive, but you play it for the experience of it, the ambiance of it, the energy of it, the experience of hearing those voices in your head. It is like no other game on the market, to be completely honest with you. I highly recommend picking it up if you're not sure what to play next and you're looking for something a little bit more unique. Again, that's not to say that the game doesn't have its flaws, but that's basically the essence of it, guys. And Hellblade 2 is looking to be a much bigger and much more well-rounded game as far as the gameplay itself goes, and we'll get into that in just a second. So here's the nitty-gritty details, guys. We don't have a release date yet. It's coming only to the Xbox Series as well as PC. So PS5 players and Switch players, sorry, but you guys are SOL. The last actual official look we got into the game was way back at the Game Awards in 2019, where we got a cinematic trailer. And the trailer, as you can see, it's the footage in the background. It looks really dark and creepy. It looks actually much darker than the original game, which is saying a lot because the game was pretty damn dark to begin with. Now, unfortunately, the trailer doesn't give anything away as far as gameplay or story even. It's just kind of a hype trailer. Nevertheless, it did get me very hyped, but it has me yearning for more news. So E3 2021, nothing to be heard of, and which really sucks. I was really hoping that this game would show up at E3 and that hopefully we would get a release date. Unfortunately, neither was true. So we're just gonna have to cross our fingers and hope that we see something at Gamescom August 25th. And if we do, I will be sure to cover it on the channel. So I suppose I lied, because we did technically get a little bit more footage of Hellblade 2 via a tweet on May 25th. So I have it up on the screen for you. It says, "Bit cloudy, isn't it? Here we're using flow maps to make clouds form and dissolve naturally in Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. And that's the vibe I'm really getting here, guys, is that they are taking the nitty-gritty details very, very seriously in this game. They literally went to Iceland, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in a second on the developer diaries. They literally went to Iceland and took like a sound team and a camera team. And matter of fact, let's just go ahead and talk about that right now. Basically what they wanted to do on this trip was capture exactly what it feels like to be in this type of environment. They want it to be as immersive and accurate of a representation as possible. And I will put the link to the developer diary video down below if you want to check that out. It's just over 3 minutes. I actually do recommend watching it. And in this video, the developer literally says that in Hellblade 2, Senua takes a 100-mile journey across Iceland. So this to me hints at open world. And if not, at least semi-open world, and definitely much larger than the first game. They said they visited 40 different locations and narrowed it down into a 100-mile journey. So I'm really excited to see what exactly they mean by that. Again, it's all pretty cloudy, and we're gonna have to kind of infer and leave a little bit up to the imagination. So there was also another video that released. It was basically a behind-the-scenes look at the game star Melina Juergens and how she prepared for the role of Senua. And apparently she actually did some pretty intense combat training, which does, and I'm gonna quote Tech Radar here, does hint at a focus on realistic, authentic combat within the game itself. Like I said, guys, it seems like they're taking the actual gameplay of it, not just the experience of it, but the actual game, and diving so much deeper, more in depth, and it just seems like it's gonna be a much bigger and more well-rounded experience. So Melina Juergens, she did fitness training, she did combat training, she also did weapons training with C.C. Smith. If you don't know them, which I definitely didn't before this, they are the swordmaster and stunt choreographer for the most recent Star Wars trilogy, as well as Game of Thrones. So another Ninja Thory game, Bleeding Edge. If you guys don't know it, it's basically a MOBA, a third-person MOBA, or like an arena fighter game. It ended up being pretty terrible, but a tweet also came out from Bleeding Edge that says, with the studio now focusing on our new projects, Senua Saga, Project Mara, and the Inside Project, we have decided that there will be no further content updates for Bleeding Edge. Game is still playable on Xbox and PC, thank you to the fans, blah, blah, blah. My honest opinion on this is that they should have just been dedicating more time to those original 3 games instead of trying to push out Bleeding Edge, because Bleeding Edge, it was really bad, guys. That's all you need to know about it. But it does seem like they're taking more of the workforce and more of the resources that they have available to them and focusing them on those 3 titles, including Senua Saga. So the thing is, guys, is I don't know, and I'm not done, but I just want to throw this in here. I don't know if it's good or bad that we haven't heard a lot. Either it means that they're trying to keep us in suspense and they're about to release something really big, or development's behind and they don't have anything to reveal and they're just kind of trying to keep it quiet. Who knows? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm really trying to remain optimistic. But so another thing, guys, is that there was a recent post on Xbox Wire, which was basically a comprehensive list of all the Xbox exclusives releasing in 2021. Hellblade 2 was not on that list, so I think the best we can hope for is a 2022 release date, which really sucks, but I mean, we are already halfway through 2021, so it is confirmed that Hellblade Senua Saga is going to be running on Unreal Engine 5. So this from Tech Radar. According to Xbox, the team will be building the game on Unreal 5 and leveraging the power of the Xbox Series X to bring the Hellblade franchise to levels never before seen. They added that the footage of the game was shown during the Game Awards in 2019 was captured in-engine and reflects the power of Xbox Series X, available to developers to deliver new universes, experiences, and games in ways you have never imagined. So if you're on PC like me, just might be time to go ahead and upgrade. So guys, go ahead and let me know what you think down below. Are you excited for this game? Are you expecting an earlier release date or a later one? And most importantly, what do you think of them remaining so quiet? Good or bad? Let me know down below. Guys, I will be sure to cover this video more in the future. If you want to see that, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.